We've got big news for PlayStation fans. Sucker Punch's latest epic, Ghost of Yotei, got the spotlight this week in an all-new State of Play showcase. That's right, we got an in-depth look at gameplay, story, the cinematic flair, and a brand new special edition of the PlayStation 5. So let's break down everything that you need to know and why it matters. Now, probably the biggest question surrounding this game is what the hell is Ghost of Yotei? Does the character return from the first game? Is this a true sequel to Ghost of Tsushima, or is this a standalone video game? And luckily we got all those answers, because Ghost of Yotei is a standalone sequel to Ghost of Tsushima set 300 years later in 1603 on Etso, that's today's Hokkaido. Sony revealed that players will play as Atsu, a Ronin turned Onryo, a legendary vengeful spirit on the quest to hunt down the Yotei 6 outlaws who murdered and killed your family. And it's, honestly, for me, not hard to get excited about this video game. Ghost of Tsushima was one of my top 5 PlayStation games of all time. You know, the feeling that I got with this game. You know that feeling when you start a video game and then you can't put it down? And then, like, even when you do have to stop it and you go to work, all you can do is think about it. Like, right, I'm making phone calls, I'm making sales calls, and all I'm thinking about is just slashing as a samurai warrior, riding in, shooting arrows, saving farmers. That's the effect that Ghost of Tsushima had on me. Tsushima got its hooks in me super fast, and I could not put that game down. So I am very excited to see that Sony and Sucker Punch are back with another chapter in this series, and I am absolutely ready to jump back into this world. And look, Sony definitely gave us a lot to talk about with this. I mean, we had over 20 minutes of gameplay footage. The world around you is exactly what you expect from the first game. You're surrounded by a lush, expansive, open world that stops you mid-mission and just absolutely takes your breath away. I mean, I can't count the amount of times that I would be riding into battle and then I'd look over in a field of flowers and opies and I'm just like, oh my goodness, this game is gorgeous. Look at the water hitting the field. Look at the wind going through all the flowers and wheat. This game is so cinematic and it's so beautiful, and I absolutely cannot praise it anymore. Now, Sony also showed off a bunch of new weapons that are coming to this game. You got dual katanas. At one point, Atsu had a spear. She's got a bow. There's also a rifle, so guns are being put into this game, which would make sense. It's 300 years later, so gunpowder and rifles, that would probably be part of this. And I did find it interesting, because they made it clear, like, Atsu is not going to be a samurai. They're not going to be a ninja. They're not going to be a ronin. They are a ghost that is seeking vengeance. And that line in itself may have sold me on this game. Also selling me on this game is the fact that there's a wolf. Sony showed that Atsu will befriend a wolf who will accompany you on your journey, which Ghost of Tsushima put me out on a journey and got me super connected to my horse. To the way that, like, if anyone even touched my horse, I would obliterate them and just go scorched earth. And I think the rest of the internet will agree with me, but if you hurt my wolf, I will go Samurai John Wick all over your ass. And of course, we have to talk about cinematic mode, right? They revealed during the stream that Ghost of Yotei will have modes that are designed after famous classic samurai movie directors like Kurosawa mode, which is going to be like black and white, and there's going to be film grain and extra wind in the environment. Miike mode will be like a close-up experience, so it's not as pulled back. It'll be like right into the action. There'll be increased blood. There'll be mud all over the place. It'll just be like a super gritty experience. But then the one that I was like, okay, didn't know I needed that, but I want it, was Watanabe mode, which essentially is like you're playing Ghost of Yotei and they're just putting lo-fi music in the background, which, quit spying on me. I don't know how you knew I was listening to lo-fi while playing this video game, but I greatly appreciate the fact that you added it to this video game. And look, adding lo-fi, adding samurai modes, or adding like cinematic experiences to this game is not necessary, but it does add to the level of experience that just makes me adore this game so much. And after watching this reveal, it's becoming very clear that, like, PlayStation knows what they're good at, and they're damn good at it. Like, they clearly messed up some of the live services games, and I think they will be the first to admit that. But when it comes to single-player games, no one does it better than PlayStation. I mean, Ghost of Tsushima was easily one of the best games for the PlayStation 4, and Yotei dials it up on PlayStation 5. This game looks better than Ghost of Tsushima, and it has the potential to be the best PlayStation 5 exclusive of the PlayStation 5 generation. And speaking of exclusives, obviously this year we already had Death Stranding 2, but we also have Ghost of Yotei. Based off this reveal, I feel like Ghost of Yotei just completely took away Game of the Year conversation from Death Stranding 2. I haven't even played this game, but based off the trailers, I think Ghost of Yotei is going to be Game of the Year for 2025 easily. Unless that Muppet-loving Jeff Keighley rigs the vote and gives it to his buddy Hideo, because then Ghost of Yotei won't win. Just future-proofing the video, kids. And look, I think it's clear, watching this reveal got me very hyped about this game. I mean, the biggest downside to this entire reveal was that we are going to have to wait a very long time to get this game, because Ghost of Yotei will be launching on October 2nd of 2025 as a PlayStation 5 exclusive, alongside some pretty sexy PlayStation 5 themed consoles, if I do say so myself. But of course, this is all just my opinion. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this as well. Sound off in the comment section what you thought about the reveal, and let me know, what style are you going to play? Are you going to do Kurosawa? Are you going to do Miike? Are you going to Watanabe? Or are you just going to play it straight? Sound off in the comments down below.